Hello, Internet, and welcome back to GKick's Portal walkthrough. And baloney. As you see, we left off right after our fancy little puzzle here. So let's step through the particle emancipation aperture, whatever the hell, burn shit up field, and move on to the next puzzle. So, we are going to be getting progressively a little more challenging as we go along. First few puzzles we hit were relatively easy. Very easy, of course, if you've played through this before. So now we are in Chamber 9. Now the funny part about this chamber is, of course, GLaDOS starts off by telling you, oh, we regret to tell you that this chamber cannot be solved. Of course it can be solved, but that's the funny part. Reason being, as you can see, you get the nice little block, there's your button, but oh no! An aperture science particle emancipation field, or whatever the hell they call it, is stuck between you and your button. If you try to carry the block through, it disappears. Fortunately, you can do that as many times as you want because they have this, endless supply of aperture science weighted cubes. So, we are going to open a portal right there and walk through it. So here's the trick, and it's not really much of a trick. It's very easy. That little gap at the top, just shoot your portal through it, pick up your block, and hop through it. And oh my god, we did it. We are brilliant.
Resolute and resourceful in an atmosphere of extreme pessimism.
Now, that stage we just passed through, we will actually revisit that stage later in the game. Of course, it will be much easier to pass through because it's just kind of part of the end of the game, but we got a while until we get there. Alright, now we get into the fun stuff. A lot of this is the, I guess, velocity training that's kind of involved. As you can see, you can sort of pass through these portals and gain velocity and get sort of thrown forward. That was a very, very basic example of it. This one's a little bit better. See, orange portal way up there. We gotta cross this gap. Can't jump it, so let's jump down, open a blue portal. See, that was fun. It gets way more complicated later. This room, all can't put your portal on it places. Now there is another radio, if you're doing that achievement. Probably the best way to get it is to fall, like I just did. That's actually not the way to do it. As you can see, the orange portal's already down here, and they do put nice steps right here, just in case you fall like I just did. But anyway, I'd say if you put your blue portal up here, or maybe even over here, and then jump down, it'll probably be a lot easier to get it, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm sure there are many videos to find out how to do that achievement. But anyway, let's stick our blue portal right at the very top there, dead center. And now here, these little icons. As you can see, this one has a 1 on it. Some will have a 2, or a 3, or a 4. They're there to tell you what the order is that you need to do stuff. So once again, pay attention to those things. Very important. Boom. Oh, and look, there's a 2. So, obviously it's not really necessary here, but it will be as you go further along. So let's stick our blue portal up there. As you can see, this wall moved out. While the wall isn't moving, you can't put a portal on it, and that will be important later. So remember that. Or don't, I don't care. Alright, jump through again. Fantastic. Smashing success. If I do anything, well, let's reiterate. So anything that I've probably pointed out here, when we actually get to the puzzle where you have to remember it, I'll probably point it out to you again. So you don't actually have to remember anything. I find it's easier just to forget and enjoy. Alright. Now, we are going to get our orange portal. It gives us full control over this fantastic little realm. Alright, so the trick here is that we need to wait until the orange portal is in a safe place. So instead of just standing up here sort of staring mindlessly to find it, just open a blue portal and watch. There we go, there's a floor, so we can walk there. So, trick here, these buttons. Most of the time these buttons are timed, as you'll see here. And if you don't know if you can hear that ticking, but the door's open. If you wait too long, the door closes. So the trick here, hit the button, stick a blue portal behind the door, and wait until we get a nice orange portal right here again. Bam. Now in here, you'll want to kind of be careful and not get yourself killed by the high-speed pellet thing. But the trick here is, as you can see, there is the receiver for that pellet, or the receptacle, whatever. We need to wait till the orange portal is on that wall, where you see the light shining now, and then we stick our blue portal right there. So let's wait and see. Boom, alright. Blue portal up. And there we go. Done. Fantastic. So now, we need to get on that little moving platform. Which means, once again, wait for the orange portal to arrive on that wall. And then we walk through it. Just like that. Again, a lot of waiting. Patiently. Alright, not so patiently. Now, there's your button. Once again, hit the button, open the wall, portal up there, second portal over there. Gotta wait for the bridge to come back. Obviously, if you're a little bit quicker and not actually trying to explain how these things work, you can probably just kind of breeze right through it, not have to wait for the platform to come back, but I do, because I'm slow. I do wish these platforms responded like the elevators, though, and knew when you were on them. It would just move the other way, but oh well. Alright. Let's hop through there. Fantastic. Mission accomplished. Through the particle emancipation field. I'm sure I'm calling that the wrong thing, but the blowy uppy field. Whatever. It's fun when you do it to a turret. That's all I can say. Alright. Next chamber. Now, as you can see, if you ever want to kind of find out what your progress is, we're in chamber 12 out of 19, as you can see there. Chamber 19 is a lot shorter, or a lot longer than the rest of them, because it's, well, the end of the game. But you'll see. Alright, so here we go, another example of the velocity of portals. So let's stick a blue one up there, and right below us we'll drop a orange one. We can do that while we're falling. Sometimes that's a little bit better, because it'll, you can line everything up a little nicer instead of having to try and guess. But Portal does have an option called portal funneling, which you can turn on or off depending on if you want to do it, which will kind of guide you into your portal when you're falling into it. Let us repeat once more with feeling. I am. Alright. Alright, so there's a block. Once again, we gotta go get that block. As you can see that right there? While that panel was moving, I couldn't put my portal on it, but now, oh, I can. How wonderful. Now here, let's just jump. Maybe you can make that jump, maybe you can't. I was able to that time. I'm not always able to. I'm not always that talented. I was hoping I would be that talented for the video, and I was. Excellent. Alright, so you got your cube, you put your cube on the button, like you are often doing in this game. And once again, rinse, repeat. Let's see if I can do it a second time. Maybe I'll win a prize. And yes, success. That was 2 times in a row. I remember when I was practicing for this, I failed miserably. So, clearly I'm in a zone. So let's do one more chamber before we take another break. Chamber 13. Now this one, you see the floor? Clearly. The advanced chamber for this one is really a bitch because that floor is all disgusting lava stuff that will likely kill you. But anyway. Now, as you can see, pretty easy. Cube on the button. Button opens the door. You can walk through the door. Now, for these buttons, as you can see, there's no real way to run onto them, so you kind of have to fall onto them. Except for this one, which you kind of can, but whatever. Use the icons on the ceiling to line up where your portal should go. for example. Right there. Smashing. Okay. Here's another pellet deal. So we're going to stick one portal on the orange light and one on the burn mark. And look at that. Now we have to drop onto that moving platform. So let's do that quickly, shall we? Oh. It is entirely possible you can be knocked off that platform if you either don't land on the block or the block pushes you off, as it is wont to do. But we'll drop it on the floor here. And now we need to get that block on that button. So let's open up portal there and that. Delightful. Now here's the real trick. We need that second block back. So we are going to open a portal through the door and one right here. Yeah. Here's the important thing to remember. We just put an orange portal there, so don't put an orange portal in here. Just put a blue one up, so we can just kind of pick that button up, or block up, and walk right through. Once again, blue portal there, orange there. Success. That is what we just had. Now we'll just hop down, walk through the door. Look at how easy that is. Isn't that awesome? We're so good. Alright, I'm good, but you're a good audience. So we're going to wrap it up here. We will be back next time to continue our trek through Portal. So, thank you for joining us. And that is going to do it. This has been GKick. We're done here.